Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of our Langrisser mobile auto battle series. Today it's the rotation of a Friday and that means that there are some Anikis and some dragons that we want to defeat that we have to change our plans for a little bit. In general, I'm not doing a spear right now. I'm very focused on leveling up my winged people, and that's why we're gonna show Rocky 65. Okay, so the last time we tried this, we tried to use a non-conventional team in order to get the buff to cross the water easily, and that did not work out. So this time we're gonna go back to our basics. So there's a reason these top three, these heroes are the top 3 in DPS in the game, physical DPS. That's Leon, Elwin and Cherry in order, and Leden is literally the best tank, so using them together should result in a win, even though it's not optimal in turns. So the first thing we're gonna do is secure that kill, make sure that our team can win, and then later on we'll try to get the turn count down by changing the equips around and the skills. Alright, so we build a basic team, and by this I mean a glory team that has a faction buff that is pretty good, and Cherry, Leden and Liana can use. And then we give Chivalry back to Leon so that he can go around punching things really hard. And in this case, we move him here. No, that actually makes no difference. Okay, we move him back. He will do Chivalry first turn no matter what. And the thing is, he will end up one tile short from attacking, which may result in everything being fine anyway. So, off we go. Let's see what happens. Alright, Leon goes in for the Chivalry, doesn't reach the target, gets stabbed. Cherry attacks before the faction buff. It's a common theme in games where the faction buff comes too late. Then comes Elwin, and the protection from Leden by using the shield. Divine Guard. Hopefully Liana gives again. And then Leon takes the opportunity to punch this enemy all the way down to 0 and go to an over position where he's no longer defended. However, it should still be fine. But not fine. Leon gets killed immediately and our team is now returned to the basics of the glory team. So maybe putting Leon in a different position could lead to a different result, maybe not, we'll see. I did mention that this is how I usually get the kills, so we want to get this first round down, and we already see that there's a lot of room for improvement, which kind of makes us happy, because otherwise we would have no series. Alright, round 2 begins. Cherry makes sure to clean up. And anytime you see your hero lose all the troops and go down to, let's say, 70% their health, you should not worry, because that means that the blessing buff will be applying as much healing as it technically can. So that's pretty good. Macho Blast should come next, this turn, sorry. But luckily, people in the front are separated and healthy enough to take it. And if I see correctly, I think Cherry is too far away to attack this enemy, which means she will get another heal, putting her almost at full. The attack down debuff was a blessing, and it worked out for us. Aniki buffs again and approaches. The enemy loses one turn of the buff, but also removes the debuff and attacks. Cherry lives because we are sitting in the mountain, and that's the plan. Right. Counter attack from Cherry. Let's see if the enemy dies. Does not. Still we get the healing, which was the important part. Another Divine Guard to protect Cherry, because in this turn Aniki will attack. And luckily Liana gives again to Elwin so that he uses the faction buff again. And everyone is now faction buff. This is usually why this run goes so well. Maybe instead of Leon, I can just play Lana or a Bozil. Bozil is capable of sleeping Anikis, so keep that in mind. Counter attack turn 1 gets rid of all the Fliers, and Levin remains very healthy. The AoE punches but doesn't get a kill. Pretty good. However, maybe Cherry will attack to her death. We'll see. Yep, that was the case. It's also okay. The people get closer. Aniki probably buffs again, and then Macho Blasts. Oh, no buff. Okay, so the blast should be weaker. Our guys will continue moving forward, staying in the mountain range. And protecting each other. Mickey buffs, and then moves forward to attack Elwin, I guess. Gets guarded. Counter attack. And let's see where we go from here. At the very least, Elwin is going to use a Dispel, which should remove some of these buffs from Aniki. Go. Puts the attack down. Goes low. Hopefully we trigger the healing. We do not. Rayguard should help though. Maybe Liana is in range for her prayer. Okay, Divine Guard, buff, Levin, takes care of Rocky, and that's the end of it. So this is the tanky version, where Levin just absorbs everything that is there to be taken, and survives. And this is how I do it normally. I actually forgot to check how many turns we spent on this, but it should be a decent amount because our people walk with 3 movements, which means crossing the water and the mountains is a pain. So once again, we'll look at our units just to see how strong they are in defense terms, especially for Leden. This could be a bit tricky because it looks quite low. It looks like it's at around 450. However, Gaia's armor says that when we get attacked, our defense increases by 15%. This is the largest increase possible when getting attacked, and I love it. Charon itself is because it's cloth, technically speaking, it's a helmet with a lot of M defense, and it has defense 10% on its own. It's usually only on Leden, only useful on Leden. No other cloth unit could want defense. This amulet also gives us plus 10% defense. And finally, the old sword. Even though we just got access to the hammer for Leden, we still don't have it. In the case of Leon, straightforward build. I am currently preparing an armor for him, however it's not ready yet. I'm toying between Aina's armor and carbon fiber. We'll see what the choice goes for. For Cherry, the Ragnarok is finally here with an insane enchant that I had to reroll 10 million times until I got it here. And I'm pretty sure I will be trying on any other gear before I try again on the Ragnarok to get a better enchant. 40% is pretty decent. The other pieces of gear are very standard for a Cherry. And the Lone Star Amulet allows Cherry to survive a little bit of her incursions to enemy territory. And finally we have Elwin. Elwin is also getting his own piece of armor. I believe Aena's armor fits him better, which means it probably will go for him. But I will show you now. It's not ready yet. Okay, carbon fiber, I'm sorry. The reason why this one fits Elwin better is because of this variation. When the unit has enough health, it offers more defense, and when it starts to go below, it offers more attack. And more attack for Elwin actually means more healing, which is why he's one of the better targets for this armor piece. In the case of... is it under melee attack? No, that's not what we want. What was the other thing? Mirror armor. Okay, no, cannot find the other armor that we're preparing. Maybe someone is actually using it. Okay. In the case of Liana, we have prepared for her a full set of gear, except the Angel Feather, but soon this will also be level 40. I got another Angel Feather, and then we'll start seeing the improvements from the intelligence gain there. So I have shown the skills, I have shown the kill, I have shown the heroes, and I think I will want to prepare for the Ice Dragon next. So I will see you in 1 second. Goodbye.